Scrooge and Marley were business partners in life, but Marley's been gone now 7 years on this very day, Christmas Eve. There may be a chill in the air, but that hasn't stopped Scrooge from carrying on his business the same as always.
Guess we'll do this the old-fashioned way.
In the corner is Scrooge's employee, family man Bob Cratchit. He pleads with Scrooge to turn up the heat, but knows it's a lost cause, for Scrooge is far too cheap.
You done? Boom goes the dynamite.
You're the boss.
Scrooge's nephew Fred stops by to say, "Merry Christmas, Uncle!"
You done?
Dream of paradise. I live in hope.
Don't sass me. Take my advice. You ought to stay down.
Another opinion? I feared you'd run out.
And again I say, "Merry Christmas, Uncle! Won't you please come dine with me and my family tomorrow for Christmas? I want nothing from you other than to be your friend and to celebrate Christmas with you."
A man's gotta have rules.
Dying's not much of a living.
It's your funeral.
Whatever you say.
And Scrooge says, "Humbug. Christmas is nothing but a humbug, leaving you another day older and not a penny richer."
Sigh.
"Well, good afternoon, Uncle. I do hope that you will change your mind," Fred says as he leaves, wondering if his Uncle Scrooge will ever join him one day. As Fred leaves, two gentlemen enter that Scrooge doesn't recognize. "Hello, sir. May we press your cleels? Do we have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?" Scrooge replies, "Marley has been dead 7 years this very day. Are you new here?" "New and eager, sir. We are collecting provisions for the poor, so they may have food and warmth this Christmas."
Our lives are short. Will you share yours with me?
Perhaps we only exist in the memory of a person now gone.
Your lips are moving, but I'm not hearing any sense.
Scrooge tells the men, "Why should I make idle men merry when I do not make merry myself? Let them go to the workhouses or the prisons, and if they wish not to, let them die and decrease the surplus population."
How disappointing. Your flaws are revealed.
You done? Well, I tried being reasonable. Didn't take to it.
If you do not change direction, you may end up where you're headed.
The two men leave, disappointed that the rumors about Scrooge had been true, that he was as stingy as they were warned.
How do you want to do this?
"Cratchit, I'm sure you want the whole day off tomorrow. Nothing like Christmas to pick a man's pocket every 25th of December, having to pay for work not being done. You would think ill of me if I didn't give it to you, so you may take the day off. But I expect you to be here early the day after."
Whatever you say. You're the boss. Stay frosty.
Ebenezer Scrooge and Bob Cratchit go their separate ways.
Think I need a little hair of the dog.
"Scrooge! Scrooge! It's me. In life, I was your business partner, Jacob Marley."
You seem familiar. Ain't I killed you before?
You gotta believe!
You were already dead. I'm the quick. You're the dead.
Why are you so angry? I make this look good. Real good.
And Marley told Scrooge, "You have to change your ways, dear friend. I've come to warn you of your terrible fate in death, should you choose to ignore me and not make any changes to your life." "What is this about, Marley? You were such a good businessman." "Business! Business! The human race is my business now, and it should also be yours."
I don't much like losing. I'll have another.
Can you hear me now? I'm not hearing that noise. Soundtrack for a revolution.
I hear you, Pumpkin. No tricks from you.
Tonight, you will be visited by 3 spirits. I beg of you to heed their message and change your ways.
You gotta believe. Happy holidays.
Scrooge is a little shaken, but attributes the visit from Marley as something that has upset his stomach. A crumb of bread, an undercooked potato, a bite of cheese. He falls asleep. A short time later, an angel-looking figure appears and awakens Scrooge from slumber. Scrooge, wake up! I am the ghost of Christmas past. Your past.
Your lips are moving, but I'm not hearing any sense.
Someone call the ambulance. A timely intervention. Your guardian angel.
How do you want to do this?
Christmas past says, hold on to my hand and we shall take a journey to your past.
This is my neck of the woods.
Yes, Scrooge exclaimed. I was a boy here. Wow. Oh my gosh, there's my teammate, and there's another teammate, and another one. Oh, hello. They can't hear or see you, Christmas past explained. Just then, Scrooge's beloved sister Fran and young Scrooge can be seen talking together.
Do you believe in ghosts? Is this a non-relevant conversation? You can learn something from every situation. This experience is a gift.
And Fran continued to tell Scrooge that their father has sent transportation for him to finally come home. Scrooge and Fran are so happy to be together again.
Happy holidays!
Can't I guide your way tonight?
How do you like me now? I like both kinds of music, country and western.
The ghost watches.
Scrooge looks at Christmas past. Don't worry, Scrooge. They can't see or hear us.
I'm your huckleberry.
What are you thinking? You seem stressed. You need to learn to relax.
I'm not good, not bad, but I sure as hell ain't ugly.
Go on. I can wait. I'm too old for surprises. I make my own luck.
I hear you, Pumpkin. A man's gotta have rules. Someone had to break the ice.
You know nothing. Remember me? Happy holidays.
Old Scrooge looks distraught. No! Go after her, you fool! You let her slip away from you! He turns to Christmas past and exclaims, How could you show me this? How could you do this to me? This must be nothing but a bad dream. Begone!
Sometimes you scare me. I have the distinct feeling that I'm needed somewhere.
And so, the ghost of Christmas past went out into the night, leaving an angry Ebenezer Scrooge behind. Humbug! I'm going to sleep. It seemed as though Scrooge's eyes had only been closed for seconds when he heard the loud, jolly laugh that caused him to awaken. Before his eyes was a man, larger than life.
Prost! Would you like to see my muscles? Are you afraid? Are you chicken?
You seem familiar. Ain't I killed you before?
You're on my naughty list. Come here! Fetch me my hammer!
It was the ghost of Christmas present. Grab hold of my hammer and I will show you this Christmas.
Knock, knock.
Got anything for me?
Merry Christmas.
Let's have some hot cocoa.
I will make up for what I've done.
Did I miss something?
Settle down. Shape up, or I'll have you cleaning stables.
The cold never bothered me anyway.
You can't be serious. I'm not scared.
That's sir to you.
It's about to get real.
Looks like you need a timeout.
Settle down. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho!
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Croissant?
Oh, yeah! Let's have some hot cocoa. I'm ready for some pudding! Time is on my side.
But time wasn't on little Tiny Tim's side, as she was ill and this could be her last Christmas. There was treatment, but it was too expensive for poor Bob Cratchit's family and the small wage that Scrooge was paying him. Even though the family didn't have much, they always did the best they could with what they had and were determined to have a happy Christmas spending time together. "A toast to Mr. Scrooge, founder of the feast," said Bob Cratchit. "Founder of the feast, indeed," said Mrs. Cratchit. "I wish Mr. Scrooge was here so I could give him a piece of my mind."
Everyone has ghosts.
And Bob toasted, "Let us leave Mr. Scrooge to have the day he deserves, and wish him well, that I may stay employed." Mrs. Cratchit, looking annoyed, but rising above for the children, said, "Very well, for your sake and not his, I wish him a Merry Christmas." And Tiny Tim finished with, "God bless us, every one."
Think I need a little hair of the dog.
Let me show you how it's done.
They arrive at Fred's house to see the Christmas Eve merriment underway with Fred, his wife, and their friends. Fred's wife says, "Fred, I don't know why you ever even bother stopping by your Uncle Scrooge's. Every year you invite him, and every year he just says, 'Humbug,' and never comes." "I know," said Fred, "but my mother, his sister Fran, loved him so, and for that I must at least continue to ask."
Minds must change hearts, and hearts must change minds.
"Wow," said Scrooge to Christmas Present. "I often forget that Fred is Fran's son." "You shouldn't," says Christmas Present. "Grab hold of my hammer. We have one more stop." Scrooge asks, "Why are we here?" "Why do you ask?" says Christmas Present. "Are you afraid to look upon the poor and misfortunate?" "These are criminals. They deserve to be here. That's what I pay my taxes for." "Their only crime is being poor. But I suppose you desire that they remove themselves and reduce the surplus population."
Dead man walking. You are my starlight. Da-da-da. Where's your holiday spirit? You look like you've seen a ghost. Things are looking grim. I'll see you in hell.
And then Scrooge looks to Christmas Present and says, "I see something by your leg there. What is it?" "These are man's ignorance and want. Beware of them both, but most of all, beware of ignorance, for on his face I see that which is written is doom, your doom, unless the writing be erased."
You done?
You shame yourself.
I'll have another.
Are you frightened? You're going to come with me, dead or alive.
Scrooge looks shook and says, "You must be the spirit of Christmas that has yet to be." Scrooge and Christmas Future see the three rock stars that Scrooge had funded hanging out together on the street. They are talking trash about the death of someone they know.
Tell me a story, and make it a good one.
Good news, everyone. This is to my liking.
No pain, no gain. No mercy.
It ain't a party until someone's dead. Ooh, I do love neon.
It appears that these two thieves have stolen possessions of the dead man, disrespectfully taken while he was still lying dead in the room, and are trying to sell them to the street vendor.
You wanna scrap with me? That's my business, and business is good.
We have an understanding. Just taking out the trash.
I've killed someone for less than that.
No one likes a squealer.
Life is pain. So is death.
Death from above. Are you frightened?
Scrooge is visibly shook. Please, Spirit, tell me again that this is Christmas that may be, not Christmas that will be. Please tell me there's time to change my ways. I understand what I must do, who I must be. Scrooge is back in his house, and it's morning. He sits there for a minute, then takes it all in, everything that's happened the night before.
Someone had to break the ice.
And Scrooge begins laughing and dancing around as he feels the spirit of Christmas fill him. But he pauses and for a second is alarmed. How long has he slept? Did the spirits accomplish everything in one night? He runs out the door into the street. Scrooge sees a young boy and asks, "Young sir, what day is today?" "Why, it's Christmas Day." "Christmas Day? I haven't missed it."
Merry Christmas! You seem nice.
How do you like me now? Watch and learn.
He sees the poulter nearby. "Excuse me, sir, can you send your biggest goose to Bob Cratchit on Camden Lane?"
I have the right stuff. No monkey business.
Scrooge then rushes off to Bob Cratchit's house and knocks on the door. Bob answers the door with Tiny Tim and seems quite surprised to see Scrooge at his door. "Bob Cratchit, I have stopped by to give you a piece of my mind. And therefore, I'm doubling your salary, and I will pay for Tiny Tim's treatment. Merry Christmas, Cratchits."
Smells like victory.
Time is on my side.
Scrooge then heads off to dear Fred's house, where the party has already started. "Merry Christmas, Fred. Is your invitation still open for dinner?" "Of course, Uncle. Right this way, and please make yourself at home."
Look at us. We're amazing.
This calls for a celebration.
Who's ready to party?
Who's ready to have some fun? It's never boring around me.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Now that is funny.
Remember this moment.
And from that day on, Ebenezer Scrooge's heart was opened, and he was a better uncle, a better boss, a better man, and treated everyone with kindness, generosity, and compassion.